According to Joseph Califano, Julius Richmond, Louis Sullivan, and David Satcher from 2010, all of whom are former Secretaries of Health or Surgeon Generals, drinking is a fatal attraction for America's children and underage drinkers. Alcohol is a major contributor to the 3 leading causes of teen deaths: accidents, homicide, and suicide. A similar trend can be seen in Europe. According to Time International in 2009, Europe is already the heaviest imbibing region in the world, with alcohol consumption per head over twice the world average, 11 liters of pure alcohol per year. That number has been gradually declining since the mid-1970s, as southern countries have slowly lost the habit of drinking throughout the day, but the younger generation is yanking it up again. These 2 quotes portray underage drinking as an intercontinental issue, and it truly is. Binge and underage drinking affects everyone, including those who don't even drink. Drunk driving is a major problem in both the United States and Europe, and innocent people are killed every day because of drunk drivers. I chose to compare drinking in Europe and the United States because I have first-hand experience in doing both. I've been to Europe a couple times, and I live in the United States. We will take an unbiased look at how the legal drinking age in both the United States and Europe affect binge drinking and drunk driving throughout these 2 countries, and let you decide if changing the drinking age in either region is or is not necessary. Drinking in the U.S. is more or less separated into 2 categories: those who are over 21 and those who are not. These 2 groups engage in relatively different types of drinking. Those of legal age tend to drink in public places such as bars and clubs. Here in Blacksburg, a lot of students move closer to downtown once they turn 21 to make going to bars more convenient. For those under 21, the drinking scene consists almost entirely of parties in private locations, such as apartments or houses. Being under 21 barely cuts the availability of alcohol. There are plenty of people older than 21 who are willing to provide for the youngsters, and people who are under 21 with fake IDs, and so on. According to the National Household Survey on Drug Abuse published in 2000, the proportion of underage persons aged 12 to 20 who are binge drinkers, 19%, was similar to that among adults aged 21 or older, 21%, for whom alcohol use is legal. It's clear that in America, underage binge drinking is an issue, and the drinking age hasn't done much to curb this issue. This image was taken from theage.com. You can see that 33% of 18 to 24-year-olds classify themselves as binge drinkers. Whether the legal age or not, it doesn't seem to matter much at all. Underage kids may drink in different venues, but their overall consumption is pretty much the same as legal drinkers. In this image, we can see that more than 50% of 18, 19, and 20-year-olds have drank at least once in the past month. A third of these 18, and 19, and 20-year-olds participate in binge drinking, and fewer get involved in heavy alcohol use. From these statistics, we can see that even though the legal drinking age is 21, it doesn't seem to affect underagers as much as we thought. So how do our European counterparts handle the drinking age and drinking in underage driving? In Europe, the drinking age varies widely, with most countries being between the ages of 14 and 18. Youth drinking is worse in Europe than in the United States. According to JoinTogether.org, European teenagers drink more alcohol than their American counterparts and get drunk more frequently as well. Because of the lower drinking ages, teens and even kids as young as 12 drink and binge drink regularly. We aren't supposed to drink here as high schoolers in America, but in Europe, a 16-year-old can go out and drink and go to the bars as he pleases. There are clearly differences in the drinking habits of teens in America and Europe, but how do these differences affect risky behaviors? The answer is mainly drunk driving. By CarAccidents.com, drunk driving fatalities in America, as of 2000, have decreased by nearly 7,000 since the drinking age was changed in 1984. Some say that it was due to the seatbelts being put in all cars. However, the number of drunk driving accidents remains relatively stable. Drinking and driving is prevalent for American teens for a variety of reasons. One of these reasons is that they can all drive by the age of 17. Being able to drive gives American teens the opportunity to drink, even though it's more likely that their parents forbid them from doing so. Driving home becomes an alternative to being caught drinking. In Europe, the drinking age is below the driving age in every country. According to 2pass.co.uk, this immediately cuts drunk driving because people under 18 cannot legally operate a vehicle. According to Eurocar in 2008, an advocacy group for prevention of alcohol-related harm in Europe, the European Commission has estimated that at least 1/4 of the 40,000 yearly road accident deaths are due to alcohol. Those statistics for the year 2000 seem alarming, but when compared to America's drunk driving statistics from 2000, they are relatively tame. According to alcoholalert.com, there were 17,380 alcohol-related accidents in 2000. This number is over 7,000 more than the entire European Union. From my experience drinking with the younger crowds in both Europe and America, I've noticed a vast difference in the amount of drinking and driving. In Europe, it was not uncommon to take the metro to town and a cab back home. However, in America, I've seen a lot more drunk driving. Whether this issue relates back to the drinking age or not, it is clear that drinking and driving is a little bigger of a problem in the United States than in Europe. Drinking in Europe and drinking in America both share some of the same critical issues. Underage drinking is prevalent in both regions, however to varying degrees. The laws against underage drinking are much more lax in Europe, and yet in conjunction with their driving laws, drinking and driving fatalities are much lower. Drinking and driving is a major issue in the United States that caused 14,000 fatalities in 2008. While the numbers are declining, they are still a bit off from our European counterparts. Is it worth it to change the drinking age in Europe and the United States from these facts? That's up to you. So next time you're having a cold one, stop to think for a moment about those younger kids in Europe doing the same thing, legally that is.